If you can hear me now, please confirm that you can hear me. If you can hear me now, please confirm that you can hear me. If you can hear me, type I can hear you. All right, finally. Okay, so at least we've given about 10 minutes to those that have not been in the class. So today's class would be about revision. Today's class would be talking about the last thing I said I was going to talk about. Then we'll be revising everything that we talked about from. So we'll be talking about a lot of things we talked about during the course of this class. We'll also be talking about WordPress, Wix, Squarespace. So let's quickly dive into today's class. So just a quick recap. We talked about blog and article writing. We talked about blog. It's for education, to educate people, to inform people, to solve problems. We also talked about the structure. Um, I gave you the slides includes the structure of a proper blog post, and it includes headline, your intro hook, start with a hook, then continues with subheadings. That's the body of your content. Then it ends with a city. I told you call to action is very, very important. Then tips: use short paragraphs, add bullet points, images, then link to other content. I told you about internal linking and external linking. So all of those things, please go back to your slides and read them up again, because you are going to be having your assessment, you're going to be having your exams. So link to other content. Then example blog flow. This is an example that I gave, title: 5 easy ways to start freelance. And then I also talked about power words. Easy is a power word. Power word, I explained what power words are. Power words are words that spark action. Easy, top, top five, all of those words that spark actions. You can search on Google for power words, examples of power words. Then we talked about SEO basics for writers. I majorly limited SEO to writing, SEO writing. Why SEO matters? SEO is search engine optimization, and SEO is to help your content rank, so that when someone searches for, someone is saying she can't hear anything. Please, if you can hear me, type I can hear you. Someone is saying I can't hear anything. If you can hear me, please confirm that you can hear me. If you can hear me, please confirm that you can hear me. All right. So I guess it will be a network. Okay, so going forward, I said SEO is search engine optimization, and search engine optimization is the process of helping your website, your content rank on Google. So when anyone searches for anything related to that, keywords related to what you wrote about, they can your website can easily pop up, and your website can easily be seen. So, and people also use it, to get more leads, get more sales. I also give examples like maybe someone is searching for car rental companies in Nigeria, and if you are working for a car rental company as their SEO writer, so your job is to ensure that their content ranks. Your job is to ensure that their content ranks better. So when someone searches for car rental companies in Nigeria, their websites, their content, their blog can easily pop up, and people can easily get to their website and see that, oh, this is a car rental company, maybe I should patronize them. So we talked about elements of SEO, talked about internal and external links. So I also explained how you can embed links into your content. So any content you are writing, it should any content you're writing should have links that can take your readers to other content. So that helps people to stay on your blog. Then we talked about meta titles, meta descriptions. I told you that when you search for something on Google, the the those few words that you see underneath the topic, those few words that you see, those are your meta that's your meta description. And your meta description should include SEO keywords that can help you rank. I also talked about keyword research. I talked about where how you can do keyword research. So please go back to previous classes. Then I talked about tools that you can use, Google Trends. You can use Uber Suggest for keyword research. You can use Google Analytics for measuring data, measuring, your content and all of that. So we talked about all of those things. Then we talked about social media content. We also talked about emails, email content. We talked about copywriting. So the basics. One of the things I'll tell you is when you are writing any content, when you want to start writing any content, or maybe you want to draft a content strategy for a brand or whatever, the first thing you should do is, I told you, the first thing you should do is to know their audience, to know the audience of the people you are talking to. I also gave examples like um using car rental companies as an example. You're working for a car rental company, you're working for a car rental brand, and you want to draft a content strategy for this brand, for 1 month. The first thing you need to think of is, who are my target audience? Who are the people I am targeting? So the people that would want to rent a car, who are they? So I know influencers who want to rent a car, you know, um individuals like CEOs and business owners that travel for conferences and all of that, they would want to rent a car. Then who which other kind of people would want to rent a car? People that are planning to get married, all of those kinds of people. So you need to know the people you are talking to. Then your content should relate to their problems. Oh, a CEO, travels for conferences, travels, for one event or the other at some point in time. An influencer, can go on vacation, and that influencer is definitely not going to be carrying his car to, he's staying in Nigeria. He can't carry his car to Dubai, of course, or he stays in Lagos. He would definitely not want to go through road. When he's going to Abuja, he would definitely go through flights, and he's leaving his car in Lagos. So those kinds of people, they would want to rent a car when they travel to Abuja, and have a car that they would use to go around the city without having to, when they want to go out, they would have to, book Uber or book Bolt and all of that. They can always rent a car during that period. So these are the problems. These are some of the things you need to um take note of when you want to start drafting a content strategy for a particular audience. So this is a copywriting formula I gave you. It should grab their attention. Your hook should grab their attention. Interest, retain their interest. Then I also give you some examples. If you check your slides, I give you examples of, attention examples. I give you an example, interest, out retaining their interest. I give you a life example. Then desire, content to make them, oh, okay, this is the problem this content is solving. And oh, they talked to me. And then the content continues to make them want to say, oh, I think I need this product. And then your CTA, call to action, is what should lead them to action. Then your tips, use relatable languages. If you are talking to a Nigerian audience and you are talking like as if we are in UK, and you are always using this professional tone, you need to know the kind of tone you should use depending on your audience. Then Ask questions to boost engagement. I told you I we also talked about content, interactive content, content that engages with your audience, content that would ask questions, questions like content like um you know in polls that would make people engage, content that asks questions related to what you write about. So always end with a call to action. You can't even we have emphasized and overemphasized that. So this is an example. Want glowing skin in 7 days? This is a copy. Our serum is 20% off today only. Tap to shop. So you can see the attention. Oh, want glowing skin in 7 days. And then all of these ads that they already have social proof, they have reviews, and they put it there, before and after. And then our serum is 20% off. And then someone that says, oh my god, 20% off, let me even use this opportunity to buy it, interest, and then action. Then we also talked about email copywriting, we talked about websites, email home page copy. I told you that home page is different from landing page. I told you that home page of your website is the page that when someone searches for .com, the page that the person gets to once the person types that is your home page. Then landing page, I told you that landing page is focuses on specific objectives. For example, you want to run an ad, you would create a landing page specifically for that ad, and then that's the page they get to when they click the ad. And if you have seen some products, especially all of this maybe skincare products, oil, some all of these products you see on social media, and they would say, oh, tap this link to buy 20% off and all of that. It won't take you to their main website, it will take you to their landing page, the landing page for that ad. So I told you about landing page copy, how you should write your landing page copy. It should include testimonials like before and after. You know, talk if for example, if you're a brand that has many products that you sell, many services, that landing page should not carry all of the services at once or all of those products at once. No. So email copywriting, your subject line, hook, your subject line should include like an hook, and it should be something that would make people click to say, oh, this I remember there's this mail I got, there's this regular email I subscribed to. Mm, it would say something like, this is your opportunity, like last chance, your opportunity to get fully funded scholarship, something like that, something that would make people, something that would make me to say, like last chance to get this opportunity. And there was this other email subject line I also saw that the person put, I'm trying to remember now, but it was something related to, it was something related to like job offer or something, or like congratulations on your job offer, or something like that. So it made me open the email. So of that's like an example of email copywriting, the subject line you can use. Then emails should be personal. Emails should be like, because emails, they are not just like social media that you different people can see it. Email is something that these people actually took their time to subscribe to your email. So you should talk to them like, yes, so we are paddies, this is your problem, talk to them like you are talking to your friend, because these people subscribe to your email. So if you are sending them newsletters every week, every Sunday, every Monday, you know feel human, let your content be relatable. So before you have achieved this, should definitely have gotten to know your audience. And then your the email platform that you use, either Mailchimp, they usually give they usually give like um analytics or talking to anyone. So someone one on one, write, and also keep it short, because nobody wants to be reading a long emails, except if it's storytelling, that maybe it's your personal story. There's this email I recently subscribed to. Is an influencer on LinkedIn, and he decided to start like a newsletter, and I think once every week, I think it's once every week. So he started talking about his story, about how he started out on LinkedIn and all of that. And the story is really interesting and very inspiring. So that kind of um email, that is storytelling, especially from a personal story, people would want to stay to listen to know what happened next. So that's when you can make it like really long. Then we talked about performance and optimization recently, how to check your content performance, how it's performing. I told you some of the things you should look out for: page speed, then mobile responsiveness, then keyword rich headers, then page speed. I told you that you're an SEO writer, so you might not be able to know all of those technicalities of a website. But before you start out with creating any content for a website, creating any content strategy, you need to ask the developer, the IT person, um, check out the page speed. You can use Google page speed. Is it Google page speed checker or something to know page speed? So there's this Google page speed, yeah, page speed insights also. Yeah, so yeah, Google page speed insights, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, that's the name, but Google has a page speed insights that you can use. Yeah, so you can use that to check the page speed and all of that. You can tell the developer to check it if the page speed is good for you to go ahead. Because if you don't do that, if your page speed is very slow, all of the content you are trying to put out, trying to optimize for SEO, your your effort is more like wasted. It's more like just as if you are pouring water into a basket. That's how it is. Because people would click on your website, and the website will be too slow, will be slow, and then people don't have that time to be waiting for a website to load. They go back and go to the next relatable website that talked about their problem. You should have experienced that before, when you search on Google and then you open a website and it's just wasting time. Just go back and go to the next website that also talks about something related. So that's a serious problem you need to talk about with your developer. Then mobile responsiveness too. Then keyword rich headers. I talked about keyword research, knowing the best keywords to use at the start of your blog content. Even not just your blog content, but um your social media content. So even though you are doing social media content and social media content strategy, you still need to do keyword research. you still need to do keyword research. So that's why no matter the kind of, even copywriting, even if you are not doing, website content writing, you need to do keyword research. So I talked about keyword research extensively also. Keyword research, you can use Uber Suggest, you can use Google Keywords Planner. I told you you can also use SEMrush, SEMRUSH, SEMrush. You have like 3 trial offers every day, 3 free trial every day. So you can use it to search for keywords. You can use Google Keywords Planner. Is completely free. So I told you you should check out for high search volume and check out for low competition and high search volume. So those things. Then content audits. Talked about content audit, so it's to find out content that is outdated. With the rise in a lot of things are happening, and some of the blog and articles that you have written, some years ago might not be useful in today's in 2025. Let me use that. So now, if someone, let me just quickly dive, if someone asks you, oh, why do you need to be an SEO writer? Or there's chat GPT, there's AI, there's Gemini, there's so many AI platforms that people don't go on Google again. Yes, that's true. Now, when someone asks you, "Oh, you're an SEO writer," your job is not relevant or something. One of the things you need to understand is that all of the content that ChatGPT generates, all of the AI content that other AI platforms generate, they get them from the web. They get them from these several websites that you as an SEO writer writes on. So if someone says, "Oh, SEO writing is no more, you don't need SEO writers again," it's not true, because if if we stop writing content on websites today, ChatGPT cannot have anything to feed on. So what Chat AI platform does is to crawl content from all over the web to give you. Now, what's one of the things that is one of the updates today is in terms of search engine optimization, SEO writing, is the goal now is to rank for AI, to rank on AI, so that when if you search on Google recently, just search for anything, search for a pick a question and type it on Google, you would see that it brings an AI answer first. That's Gemini. So, and then those each of those answers has links. Now those links are linked to websites. So websites can never AI can never take jobs of SEO specialists and SEO writers, because AI needs their content to give to its audience too. So all of the content you see on ChatGPT, all of the answers, everything you see on ChatGPT, it's from the web. So that's why your job is still very, very much relevant. So the goal today is to rank on all of these websites, so that, or to rank on AI, to rank, so that when someone searches for a question related to what you do, AI brings it up and attaches your link there, so that people can easily go to your website to read more. So yeah, that's one of the things. And another thing I want you to know, because these are like recent updates, these are like from research, from conferences, from webinars. A lot of serious I got to realize that CEOs and all of these business people, they rather go to Google to buy a product. Not basically buy a product, but when they want more information about something, they go to Google to search more, because they go to websites to search more. So all of this is to tell you that as an SEO writer, you want to go into the SEO writing space. Don't let the talks of AI, ChatGPT discourage you, because your job is still very much important. in today's world. Your job is still very much important in today's world. So if you are thinking of going into that, it's a very, very good part too. Check for missing links, broken links. Then use tools like SEMrush, Screaming Frog. So I talked about Screaming Frog. Then analytics tools, Google Analytics. You check it; it's well detailed. Then you would also see on Google Search Console. I showed you Google Search Console too. It's very detailed. Then A and B testing. So this is another thing that I told you that you should also try out. Take a particular content. A and B testing is trying two versions. Checking out which, if you are trying two versions of headlines, checking out which would work well. So I told you A and B testing is mostly done for ads when someone wants to run ads. And then what they usually do is to test with a small amount of very small amount of money. For example, let me just use maybe 10,000 naira, and they put 10,000 naira each, and then they use a particular headline for this, and they use another headline for this. So what they want to do is to test to see which of these headlines performed better. Some they use CTAs, call to actions. Some can do, oh, sign up now. Another can do call me or something. So the goal is to check out which of them performed well. So that's the goal of A and B testing. And coming to social media content, coming to blog content, coming to emails. So for emails, you might not really be able to test, you might not really be able to do the testing, but you can take a particular version, write a better version, and maybe ask people, oh, which is better, which is better. Or you can also test too on the platform to know which of them opened better. That can be like a mock testing. Then for blog content also, checking out which of them performed well and then improving it. So I talked about freelance portfolio recently. I told you what to include in your portfolio, your about section, who you are, your background, include your writing samples. If if you also have captions you've written, screenshot them. If you have reviews, I gave you, if you go to the last class, I showed you a live video of several portfolio websites. Then I also told you can use wordpress.com to create a portfolio. Platforms like WordPress, Medium, you can write there. Contently, Wix also. I'm going to show you WordPress and Wix today. Then mock samples, create fictional blogs or ads to showcase your skills. So I told you last class or previous classes that you can take a particular brand, try to practice yourself, even though there will be a project for this course. Practice yourself and say, okay, oh, let me write a better blog for this website content. Like making it better. You can also like draft like a content strategy for a brand that just for you to practice. And all of these things you can add them to your portfolio too. It's something that you did. So we talked about industry specific writing, B2B, business to business. B2C is business to customer, and business to business is, oh, a brand that most of its products and services is for most of its products and services are like for another brand also. And business to customer, a brand that most of its products and services are directed to consumers. So brands like B2C are like clothing brands. Then um B2B brands, I gave examples like, let's say, Staff Boss, operational is brand, a Staff Boss brand, automobile brand. Then writing for tech, healthcare, finance. So these are like industries that, should I use the word carry weight? Yeah, we talked about it. when you're writing for brands like this, don't include brand industry jargons. Make it relatable for healthcare content. Now, you know that the people you are writing for are mostly consumers, like they are mostly the usual people, everyday individuals that maybe they want to know, oh, they are feeling one symptom or the other, and they want to get to know about it. And another set of audience for healthcare content is doctors, medical practitioners, that they are reading more about their course. They are reading, for that, you mostly have the medical practitioners write about those things. But the usual healthcare content, that includes all of these symptoms, all of these things. And I gave you an example, like Aproko Doctor is an healthcare content creator. And I don't know if he has a website, but if he has a website, all of those content that he puts out, their healthcare content. And if you see the way he puts out his content, all of that content has a script before it goes out. Now, if you look at the way he writes all of those contents, puts out all of these contents, he puts it out in a layman language. Like, he uses storytelling to pass out the message, so that a usual person that does not have PhD, or that does not even have a BSc, can understand, and someone that does not even have an idea of the medical line can understand. So use data. Every of your content should be backed up by data when it comes to healthcare, when it comes to finance, and some of these very skeptical industries, some of these critical industries. It should be backed up by data. You are not just coming to say, oh, Gen Zs are now Gen Zs love, let me just say, Gen Zs love storytelling more than tech. What's the data to back it up? It should be from a point of, oh, from research, from what I got from a study, in a particular website, and all of that. Each of your content should be backed up by data. People should not read your content and say, oh, how did she know about this? They should see the data. Then trends. I also talked about, if you want to do well in the content space, depending on the kind of brand you work with, jump on trends. Video and script writing, voice search, interactive content, talked about that. Then user generated content, talked about that. Then voice search is answering questions, specific questions that people are asking for. Then I told you, when you go on Google, maybe you search for your blog topic on Google, you would see the section of people also ask. All of those questions, if you keep expanding them, you would see a whole lot of questions that you need to answer in your content, so that you can rank on Google. Because people don't go on Google to just search for a topic, they go on Google with questions. So each your content should be answering questions, not just writing content. That's another important thing. Then content strategy tips. When you are drafting a content strategy, the first thing you should know is, who are your target audience? Who am I talking to? What are their interests? What do they love? Where can I find them? Where are they present? So you don't just go on any social media platform and just start drafting content. You should know that, oh, most business owners, CEOs, they most likely interact with content on LinkedIn and probably Instagram too. You need to know all of these things, so that you would know which social media platform you would pay more attention to. When you want to run ads, you know that, oh, I need to put in more money on LinkedIn and on Instagram than putting in more money on TikTok. If you are selling clothes, clothing brand, you're a clothing brand, you are working for a clothing brand, shoes, then you can say, okay, LinkedIn will not be the best place. We need to put in more efforts on TikTok. Our content should, talk to TikTok audiences, Instagram audiences, and because we have more Gen Zs, more all of these influencers that would want this product. So those are things you need to know. Then when crafting your content calendar, I showed you an example, which I'm also going to show you example of content calendar too. I showed you an example in one of the classes of a content calendar. It should include content formats. I told you, okay, put in your dates, like you can put it in a tabular form. So put your dates, content format. Now content formats, if it's story, you can put, can be storytelling, um no, it can be carousel post, it can be video, it can be animation, it can be infographic. So you need to put that there. Okay, date Monday 18 June. The formats that we're going to use for this content is carousel. Then the content type, okay, it would be storytelling, it would be, any of that. If you check the previous classes, then captions to, what caption is going to be there. Then content nature, like, oh, is it going to be educational content, is it going to be informational content, is it going to be spotlighting, is it going to be, um we have entertaining, is it going to be entertaining content includes memes and all. So you need to also put all of that. So when you draft a content calendar like that, in a tabular form like that, and you include all your content formats, your content types, your the nature of the content and all of that, and you submit it to your boss and say, oh, this is the content calendar and this content strategy for this month. When the boss is looking at it, it's readable and it sees you as a professional, not just someone that just coming to write, oh, Monday dash 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 content, Tuesday dash 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 dash. No. So it should be well placed. So to show that, oh, this person knows our work. So final tips, understand your why. Why are you writing? Who needs this content? Why do they need it? Every of your content should be purposeful. You should be able to define why you are writing. Why am I here? Then also, always know who you are writing for. Then keep it simple. It should be human, it should be relatable, not just, anyhow content. It should be relatable to who you are writing it. If you're writing for Nigerians, let it have some Nigerian spices. Some of these popular slangs, some of these popular words that we use in Nigeria, some of these peculiarities that we have in Nigeria. Put it in. Your content should be helpful. Your content should be valuable. When you consistently put out valuable content as a brand, people would want to follow you. An example is Piggy Vest. Piggy Vest does not just say, hey, have you seen our app before? This is what our app includes. They don't just say that. They usually talk about finance. They talk about, if you check out their Instagram, they usually talk about finance. They talk about, how to be better. If you follow them, you would see some tips to help you stay financially okay, to help you become financially free. You'll see a lot of finance tips. So as a brand, you're not just coming to say buy our product, buy. You're coming to help your audience. So as a content writer, please take notes. You're coming to help your audience. You are coming to give value. So don't write like, oh, it's just salesy, just want to sell. No, your content calendar, your content strategy should include educational content so that people will follow you. Nobody wants to be sold to. People don't like when you sell to them. But when I know that, oh, I if I follow Piggyvest, I can see a little finance tip, finance everyday finance tips that will help me. I would follow them. And one day I can even, let me download their app. So that's how it works. So use structure, formulas, and tools. These are the things that make you look like a professional. Then build and update your writing portfolio regularly. I told you, update it. You got a new certification, you finished a project that um, helped your client get a good result. Add it, update your portfolio regularly. So let me show you. I'll be showing you, first of I'll show you the screenshot of a content calendar. I'll show you the screenshot of a content calendar now. Then, so it's more like a template, a format that you can use. Then after that, I'll show you WordPress. I would have loved to show you the front end of a WordPress site, like live video, but because of for description, I won't want to show names of maybe websites that I work with or something. So but then I'll be showing you. So I think previous classes I showed you screenshots of Google Search Console, how it looks like. You can also check it out. So some of the things that you should that you would need to add, some of the things you need to take note of when using Google Search Console, how to use it. I think I showed you some of that. All right, so this okay, so this is a format that you can use for a calendar, a content calendar. So you can see content style, educational, either educational, informational. Is it informational? Is it spotlighting? Maybe spotlighting someone in an industry. Is it a celebration post? Is it a promotional post? Are you selling? Then content formats. Is it carousel? Is it video content? Is it user generated? When I mean user generated, like, is it the company that should do a live video and all of that? Then some of this content format, then the main content itself, then the text for graphics. So this is the calendar you are giving your graphic designer or video editor. So this text for graphics that is red, this is what they are focusing on, so that they can easily see it. So you're sending this content calendar as a content writer, as a content strategist, you're sending it to your designer and saying, oh, this is this is what they should focus on. So this is what I do personally. So I want to show you the front end of a WordPress site, one of the websites I work with. Can you see anything on the screen? Can you see anything on the screen? Like, can you see the screenshot? Okay. Yes, I can't see it here, but it's fine. I don't know. I can't see it here though. But if you can, okay. This is the front end. So as an SEO writer working on a WordPress site, most, in fact, all WordPress sites are most websites are WordPress sites. As far as they publish blog content, it's WordPress. So this is like the front end of where you're going to be working from, putting out content. So you can see Google Sites Kits, you can see G Sites Kits, then you can see Jetpack, then post. When you click post, you would see add post. Then you can see landing page. This is where you can create a new landing page. Create a landing page and add. Then if it's blurry, it can be your network. So sorry about that. Then then you can see pages, comments, locations. I'll upload the next now. So I'm showing you this so that you would have an idea. So that when you get a role, a content writing role, a website content writing role, all of this would not be just so new, just like that. You would have an idea of it. So once I'm done with this, I would go show you the live video. So sorry about the delay. Okay, so it's uploading. If the screen is not clear enough, it's most likely network, because you can increase the quality on YouTube. Try to increase the quality so that it would be clear. Try to increase the quality. Yeah, that's how it is. You can increase it. Just try to increase the quality of your YouTube video. Okay, so this is when you scroll up, this is another, this is the lower part of it. So now if you zoom, if you make it full screen, you'll be able to see it. It's clear from here actually. So but then you can increase, please increase the quality of your YouTube video so it will be clear. So you can see appearance, you can see plugins. So you on WordPress there are several plugins. There's broken link checker plugin, there's SEO plugin. You know, SEO plugins are mostly plugins that help you check if your keywords are too much. You know, they check you, they help you check your SEO scores, you know, like give you like a guide that okay, oh, you are doing well as regards SEO. Then this brand I used SEO. There's also rank math SEO. So when a client is telling you, oh, what SEO plugins do you use? You can start with rank math, you know, because I told you about myself when I started my first role, my first job. Please, the next screenshot, please. The my first job, it wasn't, it was a paid role, and I could not tell the person that I can't tell the person that, oh, have never used WordPress before. You know, he gave me the WordPress logins, and then I found my way around it using YouTube and all of that. So me logging into WordPress at that time, it was more like new to me, like, oh god, how am I going to do this? So this is more like an idea for you. So you can see users, this is where someone can add, you know, an admin, then tools, then this is used SEO, yeah. Then link checker, this is to check, you know, broken links. Then airlift is what I use to increase page speed and all. So if you go to the other screenshots, you would see, Google Sites Kit. So Google Sites Kit is where you have Google Analytics, Google Search Console, you know, and all of those Google related SEO tools. So yeah, so this is how a WordPress site looks. So if you get a role, you get a job and all of that, you would have an idea. You would have an idea of what it is. So moving on, I would quickly show you a WordPress site. Now, this WordPress site I'm going to show you is not this WordPress site. It's not for a proper website. It's like a free website that you can um create, just like sign up, so you can use it for your portfolio too. So you can use it to also write content, put out content there, but it's a free WordPress site. So if your WordPress name is joanna.com, it would be joanna.wordpress.com. So I'll be sharing my screen now. Okay, please kindly confirm if you can see my screen. Oh, it's already 8. Would go on attendance and come back to just wrap things up to show you WordPress, Squarespace, and Wix. It's attendance time, please. Hello everyone, welcome back to class. I hope you all have taken your attendance for today. So I'll quickly share my screen now. So confirm if you can see my screen. Confirm if you can see my screen. Confirm if you can see my screen, please. Okay, so we'll quickly I think some of you have not been able to submit your attendance. So we'll quickly come back by 8:20 or 8:21. I saw some of you have not been able to submit your attendance. So before I share my screen, so by 8:20, 8:21 would come back. Some of you have not been able to. Some of you have not been able to submit your attendance. So I'll just give you 1 minute. Hello, I'm trying to share my screen. Please share my screen. Okay. So this is a normal WordPress site. If you search for wordpress.com, just search for WordPress on Google, then sign up, just create a normal account. You'd be able to have this website. You'd be able to have this website. Now I'll scroll up. So this website, the name of this is joannajayola.wordpress.com. So it's something that you can also use. I didn't do anything here. I was thinking of using it for a portfolio though, but I didn't do anything. All of these are just default settings. So you can edit this to your taste, put in links, you can always edit. You can always edit, write something. So you can always edit and write something, add. You can use this just like Medium. You can use this to create your content. So this is basically how a WordPress content is. So this is like the structure. Even if you are publishing content on the front end of a proper website, this is how it's going to be. This is how you would have it. So this is where you can add in your topic, whatever topic you want to add. Then you can add headings, you can add paragraphs, you can add lists. Then there is also table of contents, a place where you can add table of contents. Yeah, table of contents. This. So you can use this WordPress site to practice. So with if you can use this WordPress site to practice, website content writing, when it's time for you, when you get a proper a job that's it's okay, an SEO writing job where you have to work from the front end of the website, all of these things would not be new again to you. All of these things will not be new. You can add your logo, title, tagline, you know, you can check it out yourself. So just create an account on wordpress.com and and practice by yourself. So the next I'll be showing you is I'll share the next screen now. So Google's page speed insights. Just search page speed insights. Please confirm if you can see this page speed insights tab. Okay. Confirm if you can hear me. Oh, please confirm if you can hear me. Please confirm. Let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, say I can hear you. Okay, so that I know that you are following. If you can hear me, say I can hear you. So I know that you are following. Okay, so I would think of, please kindly share my screen, page speed insights. Thank you. So I'm going to just pick any website, or please someone should just type a website name, a real website now. Maybe a website for any brand, maybe a brand you work with. Type so we can use your brand as an example. So yeah, we want to check the page speed of a brand of a website. I'm waiting for someone to type a website though. I'm waiting for someone to type a website so we can check the page speed of maybe a website you work with or a website you love, whatever website, or a brand that you know. Type the website www dot whatever dot com. Suggest a website that we should use. Don't just say the brand name. Type www dot whatever dot com. Type the name of the website www dot what's the website's name. I can't see any website. I'll just use any websites that I know. I guess I'll just have to use any website that I know since you are not responding. When I mean type the name, if someone tells you type the name of a website, type a website that I can go to. You are not just going to write Amazon website. You would write www dot, because sometimes MTN's website might not be always MTN. Sometimes it can be www dot mtn dot ng. Some it can be www dot mtn dot com. So type a website so we can use it as an example. If not, in few seconds, I'll just use any website. I can't see any website that anyone typed here. You guys only said you only typed names of brands. You did not type any websites. So these are things you need to know. When someone says type a website, give me a website, you don't just write the name of the brand. You type the full website URL. Give me a website URL www dot whatever dot com, or is it dot ng. So nobody's typing, so I'll just use anyone. So I would have loved to use any of your suggestions, but nevertheless, let's still go ahead. So we are analyzing Jumia's page speed insights. It's still the organizing. Okay, so I didn't see any of the website URL anyone typed. I only saw brand names. When I say type a website URL, I mean type www dot whatever dot com or dot ng. Yeah. So these are things you need to know. When your boss says, give me a website URL, you don't type a brand name, you type the website URL. I did not see any website URL here. No website URL was typed. You all typed just brand names, not website URLs. So please take note. When someone tells you type a website URL, you type www dot, type the full website URL. Billy, please type it again. Let me see. So this is what we are looking for. Can you see this? Diagnose performance issues. Performance, you can see first contentful paint, largest contentful paint. Now, this performance shows that to an extent, this website is doing well, but we are having 69 here. That means we need to improve on something. So we'll see it later. So you can see all of this. You can see all of this detailed speed index 3.6 seconds. Now preload, these are suggestions. Now these are what is diagnosed, and this is for mobile. You can see mobile, you can see desktop. They can have different, they can have different results. So you can see, sorry about that break please. So you can see all what is diagnosed. Preload largest contentful page image. So it's saying okay, some of the images here might be large. Then reduce JavaScript execution time. Some of these things you might not be able to understand them now that you are new into SEO. You may just need to give your you may just need to give your developer to say, oh, these are the problems I got to realize. You can see use video formats for animated content. So these are all suggestions. Serve images in next gen formats. Serve static assets with efficient cache policy. So these are all of these things. But then there's a website that solves all of these issues. Then the next is background and foreground colors do not have a sufficient contrast ratio. You can see the pages. Then the next problem we have that Jumia has, links rely on color to be distinguishable. So now this one is still a bit better. Best practices. One cookie found. Browser errors were logged to the console. So there's an error in terms of okay the browser and then search Google Search Console. So you need Google Search Console to solve these issues. So all of this. Now coming to SEO, a particular link. This is broken link and all. So now you might not be able to understand all of this. You're an SEO writer. This is desktop. But then this you might not be able to understand all of this in details. No. This report is what you would give your prospective client and say, oh, this is one of the issues I found out, and this is how we are going to be solving it. And then there's a website that you can just use to solve page speed issues. That's Airlift. So you can just use that to solve page speed issues. So that's more of technical SEO and or you can have your developer do that. So when your score increases, it shows that okay, it's better now. Your page speed is better. So you can see per seconds. You can see speed index per second. For some, it can be 1.0 seconds. So that shows okay, it's better. So you can see all of this. So if we look at any other website too, you can see more results. We can let me just look for any other websites. Let me think of anyone. Oh, YouTube search box on oh, so sorry. I didn't know that. Yeah, I was expecting you to type www dot. Yeah. So sorry. about that. I didn't know.
So don't boil up.
So, oh, I didn't know that Google YouTube does not allow URL. So yeah, the next is, so you can see all of these problems. This is how you know that okay, a page speed, a site page speed is really bad. If all of them are orange, then you know that oh no, we have a lot of issues to solve. And then this is what you give as an SEO writer. This is the report you give your developer and say, oh, these are the issues I found out. These are the things you need to solve before I start creating content. Do you understand the reason for this now? So let me just use one more website from you guys. Any website name, any website name, any website name, any website name. I don't want to use a top website again. Ebzibamano. Sorry, is that a website? Please let me know. Let me just use one more before we go. Chodek. Okay. Okay. Chodek. Chodek.com. Chodek, is it .com or .ng? I don't know if that's correct. Okay. That was correct. So we are analyzing Chodek now. So in your free time, just search page speed insights. So you'll be able to check out, and also this works for when you want to. You can see. I guess that's a lesser website. So you can see that this site needs a lot of SEO work. It needs a whole lot. Now, Jumia was 3.6 seconds. This is 10 seconds. That means this page speed is slow. Like it's a bit slower than Jumia in terms of mobile. So you can see all of these problems, all of these problems. So you can just personally, there's a website I use to solve. I can just solve all of this in few minutes if I have access to the website. So you can see that oh no, performance, our this page speed is actually a bit low. All of these problems, and these are the problems. So this also, it's not just for you to just know. I'm showing you all of this for you to have an idea of, even when you want to pitch to a brand that oh, you want to work with their SEO, to work as their SEO writer. These are some of the things you should have an idea of. So even if you are not going into details, you might not know all of this grammar and all of this codes, all of those things. You don't need to know them. But then knowing knowing a basic page speed insights gives you an edge. It helps you people know that oh, this SEO writer knows what she's doing. She knows her job. At least she can identify if our website is slow or fast. So that's one important thing. So that will be all. For weeks you can just check it out. Type wix.com. Let me just quickly share that. So just to show you. So please confirm you can see this site. So this is just the page. You can create your site, create something for yourself. Then the next site, So this is Wix Studio. It's also part of Wix. So you can use it for your portfolio for any kind of website. You can use it. This is for like a photographer, whatever. There are so many. This is a portfolio. You can use this to design a portfolio also. So you can see several websites that you can use to create a very good website. So I haven't been able to log into Squarespace. So that will be all for today. And I hope this class has been really impactful for you. If you have any questions finally in the next 5 minutes. If you can't see it well, it's because of, okay, let me just quickly check. Edu. There was a network glitch. That will be all for this class. Site I showed you. Yeah, so I showed you sites to create your portfolio. So all of this I'm showing you so that you can have an idea of how to use all of these websites. So how to use as an SEO writer. I also showed you Google Search Console, Google Analytics, you know, content calendar templates that you can use, content calendar templates that you can use, and all of these things. So all of these things are to help you. They are tools to help you do your work better. So if you have any questions, what site can be used to correct those anomaly on the website from page speed? Yeah, that's airlift.com. I'll go on YouTube now to type it for you. Airlift.com. I'll type it for you now. Airlift.com. So I want to type in the chat box for you. Um, airlift.com. Now you can access to the website. You can see my name. If you can see my name, Joanna, you can see my name. So Oh yeah, I said I was going to teach you about contract and pricing. That one, that's not serious stuff. Stuff. So when you are pricing, um, when you want to, what so quickly contract and pricing. So when you are pricing, you maybe got a contract, you pitched to a brand. So first of all, the first thing you need to know is cover where they are lacking. That's why I told you about content audits, audit their content, audit their content, get to know where they are lacking. So after you audited, okay, this is what they are doing well, this is what they are not doing well, and then after that you'd get to now draft like a content strategy, like just list out in like a list of things you would be doing for them, and then the workload. Now if you are charging for, okay, SEO writing, I'm not going to like be giving you a range or whatever. It all depends on your experience, and you should know how much, okay, how much you've spent so far learning, and not just how much you spent, but your experience. What can you offer them? What results have you gotten that you know that you can give them? So it's you placing value on your results. So, and it also depends on who you are and all of that. So depends on you. But then the first thing I would like to say is get to know. First thing I would like to say is get to know their problem. Where are they lacking? Then get to list out the things you're going to be doing for them and the bulk of work you're going to be doing for them. Now, my question, apart from WordPress and Wix, what are other sites we can use to check page speed? What are other things we need to know as an SEO writer? What I use to check page speed is this page speed insight I showed you. So and then what I use to solve it is airlift.com. Sorry about the noise. So what I use to check page speed insights is Google Page Speed Insights. Then what I use to solve it is airlift.com. So, but then WordPress and Wix, they are basically platforms that you can just, create a free website, create a portfolio, and all of that you can use, you know, in the meantime. So, how can you create your personal website? I just showed you a WordPress site that is free that you can use to create like a personal website. So you can use that, check it out. Check out WordPress.com, sign up. Then, is it very okay to use free WordPress as the WordPress name? No, it's not okay if you are a brand, if your website is a serious one. Those that use the free websites, free WordPress, they are not, their website is not a serious website. It's maybe just like just little content that they just want people to learn from, but it's not a brand. You can't use it for a brand. You can't use it for you can't use it for a brand. You can't use it for, you are planning to do something serious with your website. And yes, you might rank, but you won't be able to have access to all of those SEO plugins and SEO tools. So please, if you have any other questions in the next 5 minutes. So I don't know if you saw my name, but I just typed airlift.com. I'll type it again, airlift.com. So I just typed airlift.com. Yes, it's not good professionally to use, WordPress.com site. If anyone has interest and wants to enroll, how can the person do that? I'm asking for a friend. Enroll in what, please? Which of these platforms is better to use in creating a website and why? WordPress is actually better because WordPress has all of the SEO plugins. Then you can use Wix, to create in a portfolio. But Wix is more like an alternative to WordPress. You can use Wix to create different kinds of portfolios. Please, if you have seen my name, Joanna Jayola, I typed the name of the site to use to solve those problems. I don't know if you have seen it. Okay, I'll type it again. Please check. Please check if you can see. I just typed it now. Joanna Jayola. Okay, airlift. AIRLIFT.com. Please, can you help the identity doctor? Please, can you help pin that? I don't know if you can see airlift, AIRLIFT.com. Can a free website like Medium? Yes, Medium can be monetized, but last I checked, you can't use, as Nigerians especially, we can't. Yes, please, thank you, identity doctor. Last I checked, you can't use, Nigerians cannot monetize their Medium accounts because of all of the usual crime and all of this scamming stuff that we are known for. So they blocked us from monetizing. Sorry, it's app.airlift.net. It's app.airlift.net. App.app.airlift.net. I'm trying to type. I don't know why you guys. I don't know why you can't see my name, but it's app.airlift.net, please. Okay. Thank you very much, Identity Doctor. That's it. Please copy it now. App.airlift. No, app.airlift.net. Please, .net, not .com. App.airlift.net. So it seems I can't type in the chat box for you. So yes, so that's basically app.airlift.net. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So yeah, that's all about this class. And I hope you guys learned a lot during the course of this class. If you have any questions, you can always send it on your group. And thank you very much for today's class. I hope you really learned a lot. So for your exams, for your project, go back to previous classes, listen and listen and listen, not just for the exams, but for not just for the exams, but for you to be better at what you do. Please go back, listen and listen and listen well. And it's been great teaching you guys. And I really hope that you guys see results in the next few months, results of what you do, results of SEO writing, results of social media content, results of emails that you are writing, and all of the amazing contents that you write, social media content. I would really hope to see all of those results. Thank you so much for staying with us. It's been amazing. I wish you all success in your exams. I wish you all success in your exams, success in your project. Thank you so much. Good night.